I'm Andrew Nesky, and this is Science in the Outer Streams, our series of interviews with representatives participating in the historic creation of the United Religions Initiative continues with two extremely well-respected representatives of both Eastern and Western religious philosophy. Sulak Sivaraksa is one of Asia's foremost Buddhist social thinkers and activists, a man whose dedication to his philosophy has found him facing death threats, exile from his native Thailand, and grueling legal ordeals. His vociferous opposition to corruption, dishonesty, and consumerism have put him in a position of lightning rod for what he calls radical conservatism. The second member of our panel from Oxford, England, is Reverend Marcus Braybrooke, an Episcopalian clergyman, author, activist, and a man many call the father of interfaith philosophy. He is president of the World Congress of Faiths and a founder of the International Interfaith Center at Oxford, England. Gentlemen, I cannot tell you how much of a pleasure it is to have you here. This is such an auspicious week, and to have you two here to be able to talk about this is just exciting, to me at least, beyond belief. You come, both of you, with such phenomenal credentials in your individual fields of religious endeavor. Both of you come to the United Religious Initiative basically from your own belief, it seems, from within your own system. You came to this idea independently, this was a good idea, and came together for this common purpose. I'd like to start off by asking each of you, what is it that brought you to this place? I mean, especially with Western religion, you know, we have this missionary aspect. We have this this tendency to want to proselytize at the expense of every other human being that we come in contact with. Perhaps you could start.
Well, I suppose it begins, but when I was about 23, I went to India for a year to study at Madras Christian College. I was hoping then to be ordained as a Christian clergyman, but I wanted to learn about other religions, and I had the chance to study under a Hindu philosopher, to visit a number of Hindu homes. But I think perhaps the very particular experience was going with some other students, one of whom was a Muslim, one a Christian from Sri Lanka, to a leprosy clinic where we were helping. And the doctor there was a Saivite, a Hindu devotee. And I think it gave me that picture of people of different faiths being able to work together in service of those in need. And I think my growing conviction has been that the God of love revealed in Jesus Christ, if indeed he is a God of love, that love must be for all people, not the exclusive possession of, say, those who go to church belong to Christians. So I see in the God revealed by Jesus a universal lover of all people, and therefore we are called to serve all people and work for the coming kingdom of justice and of peace.
But many people in the Christian faith, from the Christian tradition, seem to be of the opinion that the other religions are wrong-minded, wrong-headed, false gods. Yeah. How do you resolve that?
Yes, this has been, part of my sort of theological struggle. I think I've had the joy and privilege of meeting a great number of people of other faiths, and first of all, you know, their radiant goodness and their concern for others. You know, you cannot confine good works to those of a particular religious label. Secondly, I believe that God is concerned for all people. And that basic text, God so loved the world. It's not God so loved Christians. And that Jesus said, whatsoever you do to the least of these, my brothers and sisters, you do to me. So in the poor of whatever faith, and anyone who serves the poor is, I believe, serving the one God. And I think part of the struggle of interfaith is to dispel the misunderstandings we have of other religions, but so often we have inherited false views. I mean, very particularly, as I've worked in the Christian-Jewish field, many Christians, I think, have a total misunderstanding of Judaism, and that has caused enormous suffering. So we have to get rid of that. We then begin to build up friendship, and that's been happening. And now increasingly, I think this is part of what URI is celebrating, we find as friends we can work together for the good of the world. And no, I think there are still Christians who are uncertain. Very often they not have a chance actually to meet and work with people of other faiths. And I think that the more we can give that experience to young people, the better.
Hear, hear. Mr. Sivaraksa, as I understand Eastern thought, the URI initiative is very much in line and seems to have been, at least from my perspective, always been in line with Eastern thought to come together for peaceful purposes. Is that correct? And have you found any conflict within your own ideological system from other monks or lamas, whatever, with regard to this sort of initiative?
From the Buddhist point of view, you see, we are not the only one. You see, the teaching of the Buddha is not only the only one. Any other teaching which help people to reduce their selfishness, to overcome greed, hate, and delusion, in order to liberate oneself. So you can get that from the Bible, from the Gita, or from the Quran. So as far as Buddhists are concerned, of any school of Buddhism, I think we would agree that any other people of any other faith are our brothers and sisters.